Here's something a few teams have asked us about recently that we haven't stopped thinking about. So their project managers run 3 or 4 jobs at once, and they've said the start of a job is just chaos.
Because so much of a project happens before anyone breaks ground.
Yeah, exactly. And there's subby contracts, there's licenses, insurances, verifications of competency, site shares, equipment, all of that. And all of that checklist lives where?
Someone's head, maybe an Excel file from the last job.
Yeah, and the cost of that delay is brutal. A contractor starts on site in 2 weeks and nobody sent them a contract yet. So this is what we've started showing them. So a new project kicks off and you load it with a job commencement checklist. It's not a document, it's a routine. And so the big line items, subcontractors engaged, compliance docs in, site establish, and under each one, the actual details. So contracts sent, signed, and returned. Check that insurances are current, check that licenses and VOCs are supplied, that all the inductions are done, and everything's booked.
Okay, but a checklist is a checklist. I can do that in Excel, so what's different?
Well, the difference is that this one watches the job. Every item's got an owner and a clock, and the clocks are anchored to real dates. So it's not send contracts sitting in a spreadsheet, it's this crew starts on site in 2 weeks and their contract hasn't gone out yet, landing on the contract admins list today, while there's still time to fix it, and of course, use Alloovium to draft all of that documentation for you.
So where do the dates come from?
Well, the project itself, the start dates from the program or the emails as they land. And it triggers off events too. Subby emails asking, where's our contract? The email gets read and the item gets flagged. The checklist isn't something you remember to open, it automatically taps you on the shoulder.
Who gets tapped? The project manager is already drowning.
Yeah, it's whoever owns the item. The contracts to the contracts admin, site establishment to the site manager, and the project manager sees the one view of what's outstanding across the job, but the prompts go to the person who can actually close each item. And if something sits untouched as the start date gets close, it escalates.
And day one, when the project's brand new and nothing's been supplied yet?
Well, that's actually my favorite part. The project starts with all of its gaps showing. Everything the checklist expects that hasn't arrived is listed as a day 1 gap. So you're not discovering what's missing in week 3. You know on day 1, and the list only can shrink from there.
So by the time you break ground,
well, breaking ground stops being an act of faith. Every contract is already signed, every license is cited, every item is either closed or owned by someone with a clock on it. And the same idea runs in reverse at the other end of the job for handover. But you'll have to let us show you that one when you book a demo with us.